Hello and welcome to Homer for Friday, May 16th, 2025. Today we will be reading from line 400 to 411. In this passage, we have an exciting series of questions posed by Odysseus to the poor Trojan spy, Dolon. We will see what exactly Odysseus wants to know and why he's so smart. Anyway, let's do it. Then smiling upon him, Odysseus of many wiles made answer. Verily now, on great rewards was thy heart set, even the horses of the wise-hearted son of Aeacus. But hard are they for mortal men to master or to drive, save only for Achilles, whom an immortal mother bare. But come tell me this, and declare it truly. Where now, as thou camest hither, didst thou leave Hector, shepherd of the host? Where lies his battle gear, and where his horses? And how are disposed the watches in the sleeping places of the other Trojans, and what counsel devise they among themselves? To abide where they be by the ships afar, or to withdraw again to the city, seeing they have worsted the Achaeans. Epe damasanto kakaius, great word, damasanto, which is also used up here, which we will discuss in a second. Let's do it. Ton de bemetes proserpe polumetes edusaus. Echanutoi megalondo bemaiototymos. Hipona ikada utai pronosoi daligenoi. Andrasigethne toisita memena edokestai. Aloi ge akilei tonata nate tegemeter. Alagemoi todewe pekaiatrekeos katelexon. Puo nun deorokion lipes hectora poe menalauon. Puo dai hoiente ja keta ja rei ja puo dai hoi hippoi. Pos dai ton alon troon fulla kaite kai onai. Assate metios imetas visineme maasin. Alti menen paraneusina po porthone paulinde. Apsana coressus in peda masanto cacaius. Great. Awesome. There's a lot of some people say, some scholars note, and my scholars I mean ancient scholars. So these are people working not really in Homer's time. When I say ancient, it's important to note that they're just kind of like not modern, right? But they don't like these last two lines, right? They don't like alti minen paraneos sine po prothene paulin dapsana coresus sine pe damasan togakaius. They don't like this. They don't like it because the last three lines. Because of the fact that it just implies that the questions that Odysseus is asking, right? He asks, where did you leave Hector? He asks, where are Hector's battle implements and where are his horses, right? And how are the other guards? Are they sleeping? Post die. What is die? Oh, no internet. Classic Oxford University moment. Internet's down. What is this? He's basically asking. Oh, I guess we have a translation over here. How are disposed the watches and the sleeping places of the other Trojans? He's asking kind of banal questions, right? And he smiles. He smiles at Dolon, right? So obviously the big takeaway that you immediately notice here is that the greatest hubris that Dolon has and the greatest hint that he's just being taken advantage of by Hector is the fact that, look, even if you got the horses, you're not going to use them because you can't. Only Achilles can use these horses, right? Because, they're godlike horses that are given by Zeus, right? Aloi, where is it? Aloi, Achillei, Aloi ge Achillei, right? And you know why? Achilles is capable of using him well because his mother is mortal. Ton athanate teke meter, ton athanate teke meter. Right? Yeah. So Odysseus is like he's just gonna squeeze him for information, right? It's actually a great move by Odysseus because instead of having to run around in the night without being able to see anything, right? It's like animal skins on, just hanging out with the boys, or I guess Diomedes. He's like, you know what? We can just get this guy to give us all our information, right? And so, it's interesting. Like, he says, your gift, your spirit was minded for great gifts, megalon doron, right? Kind of similar to Dolon's name, maybe. But like, he's basically like, okay, this is why he smiles. Epimedesas, right? I think it's his smile. Yeah, smile at. It's a very wily word, you know what I mean? Always in praise. Scornful smile, right? This line. You know what I mean? It's basically like, you're smiling is a very different function in the ancient world than it is for us. And the ancient scholars, right, believe that is very intentionally farming Dolon for information, right? So like, he would never ask Dolon, what exactly they're doing, right? Like, as far as movements go, he's just asking Dolon simple questions, right? Like, where are things? You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me your plans. Just like, give me a rough outline of like, how's the camp looking? You know what I mean? Even though that's like incredibly important for him, and it will be incredibly important for the rest of the plot of Book 10. But like, there's this word katalexis, right? This is a very Odyssean word, right, from the poem, right? It's used a lot in there, a lot more than the Iliad. It was also used up here, if you remember, katalexon, up here, right? Recounted very clearly, atrekeos, right? There's some deep metaphor about recounting clearly versus actually poiein, right, which is actually doing things. There's some deep difference between the Odyssey and the Iliad conceptually about that, but that's a conversation for a much more extended thing that you can probably look up by Googling katalexon. By Googling, I mean, I don't know, go find Leaf, right, Leaf, great Odyssey scholar, and look what he has to say about it. But basically, like, we have this problem here, right, which is like, are these lines too abrupt? Are they too, like, on the nose? But, okay, I think it's important, right? Let's look at the construction here. Andrasi aloi alage punun pureoi postdai, and then hasate altime apsanako, right? Alpha 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 pi 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 alpha alpha alpha. I think that's significant, right? Wow, what a great parallel construction. As I noted, andrasi getne toisi damemenai apsanako resusine pa damasanto. We have the same verb here. Damemenai damasanto use, right? I think there's, whoever did insert these lines, I'm sure these are a bit formulaic, but it's I think maybe it's meant to counter the it's a great parallel construction, first of all. And there's other parallel things that we could look at, right? Postaiton alon pudu deurukion, right? Okay. Hectora troon, right? Proper name, right? And then two words at the end, pulakai teke eonai, right? What other great similes are there here, right? Apoprothene polinde, atanate teke meter, right? The mother, the city, away from the city, or away, basically like down from the gods, right? Maybe, I don't know, there's like a lot wrapped in there that I could like talk about for quite some time, right? As far as like similarities between these lines. But I think the clearest one, right, is like on a conceptual basis for the plot is that like, just as, Dolon can't master these horses, right? Immortal men can't master these horses. So too, Odysseus maybe, or the poet maybe is implying that like, it's also impossible. Like they didn't actually worst the Achaeans, right? Worsted the Achaeans, right? I mean, the Achaeans are still there, right? Why would they go back to the city, right? That's also a good question. Like, why of course, they're going to win tomorrow, right? Like, you spend so much time in, like, Book 9 talking about how, like, Hector is, like, going to, like, it's, like, truly over tomorrow because, like, Hector's actually going to burn all the ships to the ground, right? Why would they give that up? Anyway, okay, this has been going on for quite some time. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and stay tuned for more Homer tomorrow. Take care.